Over the weekend, I went through some radio boxes, and I found 3 letters where we were getting yelled at when we were at AAF.
Yeah.
And I did a little tweet with this shit, and people seem to enjoy them. So, did you see these yet?
No, I haven't seen those.
All right, good. I got 3. I don't even know why I opened up a folder in one of these boxes. It's gold, because we've talked about
You're
Dave.
a hoarder.
I don't know if I'm a hoarder. I do have a lot of our history, though, my friend.
Yeah.
You're going to appreciate it someday.
Am
Maybe. I don't know. Probably not.
Someday in court.
Probably not. But the regular listeners, they know all these characters. Dave Douglas, we've called him Dave Dickless over the years.
A former program director.
Weren't a big fan of Dave.
No.
He wanted to be the 3rd member at the time of the Opie and Anthony show.
He did actually say that.
He sat us down and said, consider me the 3rd member of the Opie and Anthony show where, run some stuff by me.
Yeah, run stuff by me. I could help out.
Yeah. And he's fallen on some bad times as Dave Douglas, but...
What happened?
He's not on radio anymore.
What happened?
He's just not on radio anymore, Bobby.
The big gig?
He's just not on radio.
What happened? Did he get in a plane crash?
I try not to kick people when they're down, believe it or not.
That's not kicking him. He's saying he's got a job somewhere else.
That's always been one of my things.
You give me a news story. That's all. Like news.
He came out with his own game called Jump to Conclusions. It was...
My favorite band was called Foregone Conclusion.
Yeah.
Foregone Conclusion.
Also, you're going to hear the name Bruce. That's good old Bruce Mittman, who is pretty much a midget. That was our GM. We had a love-hate relationship with this guy. We loved the guy. He put his neck on the line many times for us. He ambushed the mayor.
Yes, he did.
I found that picture, too, by the way.
Really?
Ambushed the mayor. When we did the mayor prank up in Boston, where we said the mayor died for April Fools, and we ended up getting fired for it, Bruce panicked because he knew we were very important to him. He actually ambushed the mayor with a photographer and literally jumped out of the bushes and ran up to the mayor and put his hand out like, Mr. Mayor, and he was able to get his hand. Photographer got the shot. The mayor didn't know whose hand he was shaking whatsoever. And then
did the mayor drool on it?
And then they ended up getting that picture in papers, hoping that would help our situation.
What is this?
Wow.
That's how...
That's a shitty fucking...
But that's how cool Bruce was.
USA Network show.
But that's how cool he was. He found the mayor's schedule, and he hunted him down and said, if I get a picture with the mayor, maybe this will help my boys.
That also happened. Some guy was trying to get fucking Sirhan thrown off the radio.
It didn't work, obviously, but he tried. But we liked Bruce. Thought he could have paid us a little more, but he was always there for us. He was, right?
Did you guys get paid a lot in Boston and West?
Fuck no.
I was making less than I was making in construction when I first went there.
Really?
And I was making shit in construction.
Where did you live in Boston when you...
I lived in Ashland.
Ashland?
Right just south of Framingham.
Ugh.
In an apartment complex that was just overrun with Brazilians. And, I was like the only white guy living there.
Yeah.
Fascinating. The chickens running around.
No.
I'm not kidding. Chickens.
Chickens?
Chickens in my apartment complex. Chickens.
Chickens?
Yeah.
It's like the David and Bobo show. You just interview the co-host.
Chicken?
Bobo? Yeah, there were chickens running around. I was on the 3rd floor because I wanted the high ground. It was like the highest floor was 3rd floor.
Yeah.
They're like garden apartments kind of things. Oh, just slums. Slums.
And where'd you live, Ope?
Slumdog Millionaire, right?
Yes.
Where'd you live, Ope, in Boston?
Wellesley.
Ooh, that's the way.
There's a shitty part of Wellesley.
There is no shitty part of Wellesley.
I've lived near the high school. Go there and check it out. It was no big deal.
Were there black people in your neighborhood?
Hell no.
That was the last time that there wasn't
There's no black people in Boston.
Yeah, there is. Go to Roxbury and Dorchester.
Exactly. But everywhere else, no.
There was still a disparity in the pay rate at that point.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Show.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
That's
exactly what you're trying to get at.
And you lived in fucking a third world country with chickens.
I had never done radio before.
Right.
So, they said, all right, we got this show here, afternoons. We'll take Opie, because he's been doing Opie Nighttime Attitude on BAB. And then I'm just some schlep fucking tin knocker that came along for the ride. And he was like, all right, we'll give you, this.
And Bruce took advantage of that situation.
I can't.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck it. Okay, I'll do it for that. I'll just have to fucking, have to suck it up.
So,
things panned out.
Yeah, we did fine.
If you want to know the way the story ends, things panned out.
So I got this memo to the Opie and Anthony show from Bruce. Bruce Mittman, who we're talking about here, the little midget with the massive SUV, by the way. June 30th, 1995. Going back a ways.
95.
In reference to oral sex on the air. I can't believe guys had to type these up.
Stop sucking each other's cocks when you're supposed to be doing a show.
Right. The end. Yesterday, I heard you use the term blowjob during one of your phone bits.
Whoa.
As you are well aware, this type of language could constitute an FCC fine. WAF.
What were they back then? $10?
Probably.
The fines.
The fines used to be a joke.
Cared.
They encourage it. It doesn't matter. It's a couple thousand. It's worth it.
Yeah.
WAF, now it's what?
$360,000 or something like that if you fuck up.
WAF will not be responsible for a fine generated by your lack of common sense. We invested in a delay system for this purpose. Please familiarize yourself with it. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They wanted us to use our own dump button.
We had a delay with the dump button, and we were supposed to use it. There wasn't a dump guy.
Right.
So if we said something...
If we decided it was
like
a
blowjob,
right.
We were then supposed to dump out of it.
And go, we shouldn't have said that.
Shouldn't have said that.
How stupid are you, Bruce? They learned really quickly that we shouldn't be doing our own dump button. Please familiarize yourself with it. You will not use terms like this or any other expletives in the future. Signed, Bruce. CC Dave Douglas. CC Personal File. CC Greg Hughes. CC Anthony Cumia.
Personal file?
Personal files.
It went into our personal files?
I would love to see that fucking personal files.
What the fuck's in there?
DTX wrote, I'd love to see this personal file. It must be a warehouse. Very good. So that one is a little warm-up letter I found.
That's good. And that was from Brucey.
Yeah. This one is really good. This one is a 3-pager.
Whoa.
Actually, not 3 pages. It's in 3 pages here, so you can see it.
Who is it from?
Dave Douglas.
Dave Dickless.
This will show you what we were dealing with. And he even had to initial his name Dave Douglas, even though he typed out Dave Douglas.
I'll initial DD just to show that I actually did this.
Right. To Opie and Anthony, he did not know how to spell my name, which is really good.
Why should he?
Opey.
He's the fucking, supposed to be our boss and the 5th member of the Beatles.
Right. And trust me, the name is spelled right on the website and other promotional material, but, whatever. From Dave Douglas, reference show material. I was very disappointed to hear one particular break on your program on Friday afternoon, December 8th, 1995.
Ooh.
At around 5:55 p.m., you played back a phone call from a female listener who was responding to a bit that aired earlier in the day. Opie carried on a conversation with her in a effeminate voice.
Yes.
Right? Did I say that right?
Sure did.
And pretended to be a station intern who would give the message to Opie and Anthony.
All right.
This is one of our classic bits.
Yeah, we always had fun with the callers like that.
Right, you make believe you're not the guy.
Someone else.
She actually tried to contribute something that could have been interesting to the show, but...
Shut up, you dumb motherfucker.
It's
just like,
Dude,
how does he know? Oh, how does he know
Right.
what's fucking funny? This was my biggest problem with him.
Yeah.
He'd always look at something and go, you could have done this with it.
Yeah.
And it might have gone in this direction. It's like, shut up. We fucking, on a station where there's the 12-year-olds listening.
Yeah.
We're making poopy and wee-wee jokes.
Yeah.
Shut it.
Could have been interesting to the show, but Opie continued to dominate the conversation by recapping the earlier bit called Fag Talk.
Okay.
I like fag talk.
What's wrong with that?
I do too. Let's do fag talk again. Hi, DNA.
This gets
Anthony.
better. Although, because this leads to a whole thing with Dave Douglas. He's going to tell us what's not acceptable on the radio show. Although you made it clear that the comedy bit was based on the British term for a cigarette, fag,
Yes.
portions of the bit taken out of context do cross the line of decency. Specifically, I'm referring to the phrase, suck his dick.
All right. There was double entendre we were using then. I do recall.
That's right.
He had a detective lollipop.
All the replies to this, by the way, when I posted it,
Yeah.
the main reply, people are like, I can't believe someone actually had to type this shit out.
Yes, you can't
in
say
a memo.
Suck his dick.
Right. They're like, when we get in trouble, it's like, could you please not park in the, no handicap zone?
Yeah.
We're going to get fined and blah, blah, blah. But no, our boss has to write, suck his dick.
Don't say suck his
I'm
dick.
referring to the phrase, suck his dick. In the original version, the fact that the narrator had a British accent added some credibility to the piece.
Did it?
No, it was a and frankly, it was the only reason I allowed you to air it at all. Your version, driven by a homosexual lisp-like character, took clever innuendo and dug it right into the gutter.
That's what we do.
Or drug it.
That's what we do.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do with that, right?
Into the gutter.
We stink.
In my opinion,
You don't think you keep it clever? Never.
Clever rots.
Clever's for queers. Clever this, faggot.
in my opinion, the airing of this call and its execution at 5:55 was pretty much in direct violation of an earlier order I had given regarding airing.
5:50. That's how we were with this motherfucker. He'd say something, we'd go right in and do the opposite.
Oh, we'd march, remember? And he would pull his hair out like, but this,
I just told you. And we're like, no, we thought you meant this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now we'll be good.
Oh, we drove him nuts. In my opinion, the airing of this call and its execution at 5:55 was pretty much in direct violation of an earlier order I had given regarding airing this bit just once. And by speaking the phrase, suck his dick.
I fucking love it.
Suck his dick, whether it is in context or not, is irresponsible on your part given the recent conversations we have had about being too graphic.
Dude, how could you say that in any context where it works? How does suck your dick ever fly under the radar?
I believe the cigarettes, the fags, as it were in England,
Go ahead.
it was fun to also name your fags.
Right.
So one of the fags is named like John, and the other one is named Dick.
Right.
And it's like, you suck this, and
Well, get E-Rock. We could get the fag talk.
Yeah,
it
get
might
the
sound
fag
hacky
talk
now,
bit.
but we can play the one he's talking about. We still have that disc somewhere.
oh, it's Willie. Yeah, you suck my Willie, and I'll suck your dick. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was called Willie and Dick with the cigarettes, but they were fags. It's like, yes, I calling my fag Dick.
Yeah.
And it's like, now you suck my dick.
Yeah, and you suck my willy.
Right.
Oh, at least that's clever.
Yeah. What?
Oh, yeah, exactly, because he says it was right. So where are we here?
Come on, this was around bra bombing time, so cut us some slack.
So glad I
Derek has a
listened to
bunch
you in
of delay.
Boston.
Shut up, obese primate.
Well, he's just trying to
I wasn't talking about me, you fucking mushy asshole. Go back to your texting, you fucking
I'm not
douche.
texting, I'm looking at girls' pictures.
All right, listen. He's going to find the one we're talking about here. In my opinion, the airing of this call and its execution at 5:55 is pretty much in direct violation. Okay, and by speaking the phrase "suck his dick," whether it is in context or not, is irresponsible on your part, given the recent conversation we had about being too graphic. All right, you leave me no choice,
None?
but to this is the best part.
Act like an idiot.
This is the big get right here. No choice but to articulate this specific warning.
Warning.
If either of you, any characters you may create, or any caller on your program airs something of this nature again.
Of this nature. Good. That was vague enough right there for us. All I needed was to hear of this nature.
Oh, I know.
And it opened up like this vagueness that it's like, oh, well, what did that mean?
We just didn't give a shit, by the way. Like, again, I will suspend both of you for 5 consecutive work days without pay.
Vacation, I call that. That was called I need a week off.
Yeah. And this is where it's just amazing. Someone has to type this up who's, quote, your boss. What specifically are we talking about? Question mark? Words and phrases like, and it becomes a George Carlin bit.
Oh, here he goes.
Suck my dick, ass wipe, butthole, penis, hard on, lick pussy, eat me, muff dive, nipple secretion,
He wrote these down.
Tit, cum, shit, blowjob, cock, rectum, vagina, testicles, and scrotum, to name a few.
Just to name a few.
I bet you got off of typing
he's
all that
probably
out.
Freaking out.
Remember when you were a little kid, you typed out dirty words? And it was like,
Just look at the dirty word.
naughty,
You go,
look at me.
That's a dirty word.
I just typed out cunt on my mommy's typewriter. I have articulated my policy regarding the use of this kind of graphic language to the entire staff. I believe I've made it clear that we all need to be more intelligent in using our communication skills. AAF is a great radio station.
Is it?
Perhaps the best it's ever been.
Yeah. How about you didn't fucking say that when you had that article in one of the radio magazines when they did a whole history of AAF.
I found that.
And the motherfucker left us out completely. Like we
Russian
never
history.
It's like like Russian history.
Like Russian history.
Fucking
We never worked there.
Stalinism.
You were fired by that point?
Yeah, but he held such a grudge that they came to him because AAF really became this amazing station.
We were a giant part of making that station what it was.
We were the first show that beat BCN, which maybe a little too inside, never happened before Ant and I did it. So we were a big deal up there. And so they went to him and said, we want to do a whole fucking magazine on AAF and the history. And we are now at NEW. Someone set a copy down. There was one tiny little mention by the promotional director about an event we did, but it took up maybe 2 sentences. And this thing was at least 50 pages. Wow. Pictures and all sorts of shit.
And it was Dave that just fucking kept us out of it.
Who was the main guy that they did promote, like the main show?
Yeah, they
Probably the
promoted all of them,
Hillman
yeah.
and all the rest of them.
Fucking Hillman.
Whatever.
Chip in middays.
I like the Hillman. The Hillman's good.
Shut it.
He's a good guy.
Why, you got gigs coming up?
Exactly.
Shut
What's
up.
good about the Hillman?
There. Hillman, my ass.
I prefer the Valley chap.
I wish there was a valley.
Oh, you didn't say that.
There is a Valley, the
You
one created by that
didn't-
bomb.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you did not say that. I'm never, ever remembering that you said that.
I'm going to say it for you again.
So I can
Valley chap.
respect you.
Valley chap.
I've had about,
Chap.
Yeah.
I've had about 15 massive duds. There was one before I threw out too, and it was like a fucking lead balloon just fucking
tanked.
yeah.
Yeah, well.
Hey, Melissa Mandak, our new traffic girl, #1 on Google Trends.
Wow, cool.
And we didn't even really Google bomb it. We just sort of said if you want to see
didn't take
images
long.
of her. Melissa, and then her last name is Mandak. Wow, we didn't even Google bomb. Oh, yeah, we'll get into that in a second. Let me finish this. So AF is a great radio station, perhaps the best it's ever been. The Opie and Anthony program is an important part of the success of this radio station. A little more than an important part,
Thanks.
asshole. You're some of the most creative talents I've ever worked with.
Some of?
However, I cannot allow the entire radio station to suffer from any kind of legal action due to your or anyone else's irresponsible behavior on the air.
Fuck off.
And then, my door is always open should you need any clarification on this or any other concern. I look forward to continued discussions
Punji sticks, you fuck.
with you on how to develop and grow the show into the best it could be.
Yeah, that sounded like it.
And there's a perfect ending to this. So that was the second one I sent out to everybody. The third one is short and to the point.
Uh-huh.
To the staff from Dave Douglas. This was, I don't know, a few weeks, a couple months maybe after what I just read. Referring suspension.
Oh, shit. All right.
As a result of certain remarks made recently, Opie and Anthony have been placed on suspension until further notice. If you have any questions regarding this, please feel free to ask me.
Classic.
We just
Boy,
didn't listen.
Is that... there's the suspension warning,
Look,
and shortly thereafter is the suspension.
it's all laid out for us nice. All we have to do is follow these little rules.
Yeah.
Did we actually say all this stuff on the air, like suck my dick, ass wipe,
Yeah,
butthole,
it was
penis,
innuendo.
hard-on, lick,
And,
pussy?
Yeah, we were real good with that.
Yeah.
Lick pussy.
Vaginal. Did we ever say nipple secretion?
Yeah, I'm sure we did.
Yeah.
I'm sure we did.
How great is that?
Fucking thrown right out the door. Suspended until further notice.
So I found those.
Yeah, that
one of
makes
the
perfect
boxes
sense.
over the weekend.
God, we didn't give a shit back then. Fuck.
Wait, the suspension Wow, someone is actually here. Let me see.
Someone linger.
Opie, the suspension was dated like 9 months before the warning.
Really?
All right, wait. March 15th, 96. No. Okay, no. And then December 8th, 95. So December 8th, 95 obviously comes first. So it was 3 months later. We got suspended.
3 months after that. Hey, we were good for 3 months, or?
Yeah. Well, then we come back from Wait. Oh, June 30th, 1995 was the blowjob incident that Bruce had to write about. And then, about 6 months later, the big letter from Dave, and then 3 months later, the suspension.
Yeah.
One of, I think, we lost track, but we got fired once, suspended.
A lot of times everyone thought it was a bit, like, oh, they do these radio guys. Whenever they go on vacation, they do a fake suspension to try to get publicity.
Right.
And it used to infuriate me when people said that, because it's like, no, they threw us the fuck out.
My favorite fake suspension story, and I think it was Rocco, but I'm not positive, where he's like,
of course,
he got suspended, and he's like, dude, I'm stealing the AF rock bus.
Dude, I'm stealing the rock bus. That's right. He got suspended. He said he got suspended.
He wasn't happy with management, so he stole the rock bus and just started driving around the Boston area.
Broadcasting,
by the way. Because,
because he could put the boom up fucking 50 feet and drive around and broadcast.
I'm like, great, this guy's going to make our suspensions look ridiculous.
Look like
we're
they're
actually
fake,
getting suspended.
Yeah, and he's doing fake suspension.
Fake suspensions, which mean everyone looks at us and goes, oh, fake suspension again, boys.
I bet I'm going to be suspended for the week between Christmas and New Year's.
It was always at a suspicious time.
Yeah,
4th of July weekend when every radio guy in the world takes off.
Dude, I don't care if I'm suspended. I'm Rockhole, the rebel. And there he was, fucking taking his vacation, saying that he's stealing the rock bus. What a hack.
But how do they confuse the suspensions? Him stealing a bus and you saying lick a cunt over the airwaves.
Yeah, well, Jimmy, thank you for that, because I don't understand myself.
It was something.
Oh, we don't have the fag talk you're talking about. I bet you Dave took it and fucking...
All right. Pounded it up his ass.
We'll play one of the fag talks for us there, Derek.
Derek.
This program funded by the British Arts Foundation.
Hello, welcome to another edition of Fag Talk, the show where we talk about fags, or as they call them in America, cigarettes. Let's not waste any more time. Let's bring out Bob the Fag Man. Bob, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to have you here.
Good to be here.
And what a wonderful subject it is today, as I looked over the notes before the show.
Right.
And it's sharing a fag into your bed.
After you've just made
Right,
love.
now explain, right.
You're with your spouse, your significant other, or your boy or girlfriend, whichever
Right.
it may be, and afterwards, after that intimate moment,
Right.
what better way than to share a fag with your lover?
Exactly,
Pull
right.
a fag into bed and
Right.
suck on it together.
What you've got to do is keep a fag nearby.
Right.
Prearrange this, you
In
know.
the room, right.
Right, after you're done, say to your lover, would you like to share
Right.
a fag
It's
with me?
Very, very important to
Right.
ask your lover, especially if you're not that familiar. Maybe this is a first girl.
That's right.
You don't want to scare them. So you just say, would you mind if we brought a fag?
Into the bed,
Right.
for us to suck on.
To suck on
You know,
together.
I'll suck a little, you suck a little,
Right.
I'll suck, you suck.
One
back
together,
and forth. Right,
not-
sucking.
not-
It's
right.
not like roll over and go to sleep. No, there's one more thing. Let's have a fag
Right.
between us.
It's the one common ground that we all have, is enjoying a good suck on a fag.
Suck on that fag.
Love the fag, enjoy the fag together.
Suck. Do the fag a suck.
Right.
Pass it over to your lover. Let your lover suck on the fag. And back to you. It's wonderful. It's very intimate.
Oh, yes, it is. It's
Nice.
been a wonderful show.
Very nice. Oh, Bob, thank you so much for being here. Join us again. We're out of time. Next time, right here. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Get it?
And Dave saying that they did it more clever than us. Okay, shut the fuck up.
Suck on that.
Who was that?
It was a comedy troupe. I don't know. They had a whole series of these.
Just suck on that
fag.
And pass it over to your lover and just let it suck on
That wasn't you. I thought it was you two.
Oh, hell no.
What are you
I was
kidding?
trying to figure out which one was Opie, which one was Ant.
You want to hear another one?
Who wouldn't at this point?
They're so
why
bad,
not?
they're good. Give me another
Yeah.
fag talk.
This program funded by the British Arts Foundation.
Hello, welcome once again to Fag Talk.
Here comes the joke.
Fags, and I must explain something. We're on in America now, and we'd like to welcome our American audience, except for the one thing, there seems to be some confusion with the cards and letters we're getting from the States, which say that fag is actually a word used for something else there. And of course, we're talking about cigarettes. on the show.
Cigarettes.
So let's get right to it. Welcome to Fagman. Bob the Fagman is here.
Right.
Welcome on the show. You've brought some lovely fags. Let's see what you've
Bought
got.
some great fags this
Right.
week. This one right here is from Russia. Grab the butt of that fag
Right,
right there.
okay. I've got the butt right here.
Slide-
Grabbing the butt of this
Slide
fag.
that fag right in your
Right, let me slide the fag right in my mouth. Now I've got the fag.
Suck on that fag.
Mmm.
That's a great fag.
I love this one.
Now
All
take a
right.
look at this fag right here. It's much bigger than all the other fags.
That's
that
a
you're
big
gonna see.
fag, you know?
It's a very large fag. It's a firm fag. It's
Let me feel that. Oh, I like the way that feels. It's just like to fondle this fag right in my fingers
you
here.
can fondle that fag for days.
And it's a big one. It's
gonna
big and
stay
it's
together.
hard.
If you want to go to a different way, you can go with
We
a small
get
fag.
it.
Oh, look at that little
That's a
fag.
tiny little fag. It's a
Look at
great
you,
fag.
little fag. Come here. Oh, yeah. I like the taste of that one and I like sucking on that fag.
So those are 3 for today.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. Bob, the fag man's been on the show. Join us again next time when Bob and I visit a fag party. Nothing but fags and drinks. It's going to be wonderful. All fags, all the time, right here on Fag Talk. Bye-bye.
You like the subtlety of it, Jim?
Are they really British?
No.
No.
I just love all those sucking dick jokes they can come up with.
Suck on the fag.
That bit's fucking horrid.
I'm grabbing a fag and shoving it in my asshole. You wouldn't do this with a cigarette. Oh. A fag.
Robert, where are you going to be?
Fucking.
We're going to play one more, but...
Are you gonna do one more?
Yeah, going to the break. They're too good not to.
Fuck me, dude. That fucking aggravated me. It
does.
made me angry.
It annoys me.
It fucking bugs me.
But I
that
want to
they
hear another one.
Fucking. There was someone around going, "Oh, it sounded great." I'm gonna be this Thursday through fucking Sunday.
Oh,
Shit.
wow. That's a lot of days there.
Where you
Bob.
gonna be, Bobby? I'm going from February 26th to March 1st.
Holy shit.
Chicago Improv. For tickets, 847-240-2001.
Right on.
Yeah, Chicago Improv. When we say that for the week, I'm actually there for the fucking whole week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You want to play one more? You want to break?
Oh man.
One more fact talk?
Yeah, I want to hear another one. Definitely.
One more fact talk on the break.
Fucking pisses me off.
You guys thumbs up or down over there on the bleachers? Fucking they're like,
They're all just thumbs down and horrible.
they were so much better when they were on air.
Yeah. Were we?
Because I don't even think we did this with sarcasm, by the way. I think we're like, oh, wow, we can play this, we'll get some laughs, and we'll get away with something, man. One more fag talk as we go to break.
This program funded by the British Arts Foundation.
Hello, welcome to Fag Talk, the show where we talk about fags, or as they call them in America, cigarettes. Today we've got a wonderful show, and let's not waste any time. Let's bring out Bob the Fag Man. Bob!
Thank
welcome
you.
to the show.
Thank you.
Now, I said let's not waste any time, as if we were in a hurry.
We are.
But we are in a hurry
Right.
to wait.
Right.
Explain that for us.
What it is today is we want you to take time out and enjoy your fag.
You know what I like to do?
What's that?
Is take the end, just the tip.
Right.
Just slowly bring it to my lips,
Right.
and then take my tongue,
Right.
and just give it a little lick,
Right.
and then suck. And it's so nice.
Right.
So a quick review.
Right.
Respect your fag, get to know your fag, lick your fag's butt, and then suck it. Okay, wonderful show, Bob, again.
Great
Thank
show,
you so
thank
much
you.
for being here on Fag Talk. Join us again next time. Right.